Hey friends, it's Barb Tuckle. So I am back again with another Animal Wisdom Oracle reading for the week of February 21st. And before I do the reading, I'm actually going to do a reading today it comes with a card deck and part of a book, which is the Illustrated Bestiary. This is a beautiful book, which I'll talk about in just a second. But I just wanted to take a moment to say I am wearing my turtle necklace today, and I'm sure you probably have heard of the close to 5,000 turtles, sea turtles, that the San Francisco Zoo and volunteers have rescued in San Padre Island, Texas, where they've had record-breaking cold there, which have stunned the turtles. I could just cry because I hope the turtles will be okay. But thank God for the zoo. Thank God for the volunteers that are trying to save all these turtles. So I'm wearing my turtle necklace today to help send them lots of warming, loving energy that they will survive this and that they can be put back out into the ocean and be part of our world again. So let's send them lots of energy, okay? So today's reading, like I said, is going to be from the Illustrated Bestiary, and it's by Maia. And look at this cover. Isn't this beautiful? It's like iridescent. So when you move the cover around, it like lights the animals up. See the owl at the top and the deer at the bottom? Isn't that beautiful? And here's the back, the elephant, the wolf. Look at that, how that just like, I wonder how they did that. I think that's so magical. The fox, the turtle, there's the turtle and the bear. So this is the reading, the cards. So let me just rephrase this. So this book you can use in a variety of different ways. This is the little card deck that comes with the book, which comes at the back of the book in this paper, very sturdy paper envelope. And comes in sheets, perforated sheets, and then you just tear them apart to create the deck. And in all honesty, I think it's because I like to be a very organized person. I almost didn't want to take them out of this paper envelope because it just was so neat. But I did, because this is nice to have if you want to just throw in your purse or you're going on vacation, you want to have a little card deck with you, you can take that along. So you can either just turn to a page at random for a message. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull two cards from the deck, and we'll do that way with this book, and just open at random for another message from the animals. So I just wanted to share the first part of this book and how I like this part. This book is meant to inspire you to feel into the energy of different animals with rituals and reflections to help you dive deeper and connect more fully. So you can draw a card from the deck to guide your day, open the book to a random page, and see who wants to speak with you. Or read the book cover to cover to familiarize yourself with all the animals here. So different ways that we can connect with the animals, right? So let's do that. So just pick the number 1, 2, or 3, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to just feel this out when I'm going to go to the book. And that is going to be your specific animal for the week of February 21st. I keep looking at my calendar because I want to make sure I have the date right. We are going into the last week of February. We also have a full moon on February 27th. So yeah, lots of good things going on. So did you pick your number 1, 2, or 3? So I'll read them individually. I'll read them as all 3 cards together for the general reading for the week as I normally do. Are you ready? So, all right, I'm going to start with a card. So if you pick number 1, this is your animal message. Let's see, I didn't really shuffle these today, so I think I'm going to give them a shuffle. Ready? So if you pick card 1, your animal message for the week is house finch. Know your song. How beautiful is that? Know your song. So the house finch looks like he is carrying in his feet. It almost looks like a small rock to me that is, okay. It's tied with string and he is untying that string to let that rock go. So as you can imagine, being a small bird, carrying a rock would feel heavy, right? So in order to know your song, you have to, I talk a lot about the shadow and doing the inner work. You have to let go of those things that tie you down, that feel like a heavy burden. And you have to do that work in order to first and foremost know your song, but in order to sing your true, full, authentic song. So this is a card for you if you picked 1 for the week with House Finch, to look at what it is that ties you down. And you know what those things are, because you can feel those things that don't feel right to you, that feel heavy in your body, feel heavy on your heart, like something sitting on your heart. So it's time to heal that. It's time to start looking at that, and maybe giving voice to that, maybe to a friend, or journaling it out, and start to release those things so you can feel lighter in spirit and, open your wings further and fly and sing your song. What a beautiful card to start with. All right, so if you picked number 2, I'm going to go to the book and we'll just open a page at random to see what animal message is there for you. And I'm going to just kind of go like this and feel. There it is. Oh my goodness. Not kidding, it's turtle. Oh, that's some extra energy for turtle this week. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. The dream of freedom. So I'm going to read this because I just am feeling called to as your message, because the message is the dream of freedom. So it says, unlike her terrestrial cousin, sea turtle is almost always on the move. She can swim thousands of miles before returning to her natal shore to lay her eggs. Because sea turtle can store the sperm of her mate for up to 3 years, she inseminates each clutch of eggs with sperm mixed with various lovers. After she lays her eggs, she moves on, leaving the baby turtles to be raised by instinct and nature. Wow, just think about that, as a human mother, to be able to just leave your baby to be raised by instinct and nature, that would be really challenging for us, right? But this is what sea turtles do. There is a part of each of us that longs for this type of freedom, freedom of place and from family or responsibility. This is interesting. We long to remake our lives out of different stuff than their current fabric, in the same way sea turtles sloughs off the sandy shore for the joy of the sea. Our human way is to feel guilty and repress these emotions when they arise, which I think goes really beautifully with Know Your Story. I remember once listening to an animal communicator teacher, and she said that guilt is a man-made thing. And that really resonated with me, because we pile on this guilt that really serves us no purpose. And that can really weigh us down also. It's just part of our human conditioning that as we move through the different stages of our life, we realize that, and we then work to let go of those things that we've been conditioned to believe, or those limited beliefs. So the message for reflection goes on to say, but what if you allow these emotions to surface? What if you allow yourself the freedom to dream everything and anything, and then pick up your responsibilities anew, choosing and appreciating each aspect of your life? Which I really love that, because it is about appreciating all the different aspects of our lives, those things that which are difficult and those things that which bring us joy, And as I started out saying, the turtles, are being rescued because they were stunned from the cold in Texas. And, that's really hard to hear in one way, that has happened to them. But just think of all the volunteers and all the zoo, the zoo that has taken part in helping these animals. They are going to be forever changed from that experience. Whether the turtles make it or not, it was all in the effort of what they did to try and help those turtles, that they will be forever changed from that. So their life will be anew. It will be they will appreciate their life in a way they hadn't before. So if you chose number 2, that is your message for the week. To trust instinct and to trust nature. This is the cycle of life, right? Even though sometimes the cycle of life can be so difficult to understand and to move through those different aspects. Wow, I love it that turtles showed up. So extra love and energy being sent to those sea turtles. All right, so number 3, we're going to pick a card. If you chose number 3, this is your card for the week. Monarch Monarch butterfly. And the message on here says digest your past. So, we can't change our past, but I believe firmly, and I have done my own, inner work around this, is we can't change our past, but we can look to our past and look at the ways in which our past helped shape who we are, and that we don't have to carry the burdens of the past. It was just part of the path we were meant to walk. And when we can do that, we can transform. We can gain these new wings, and it really is about transformation. And when we digest our past and we can release it and integrate it and let it go, we are like a butterfly that has this newfound freedom that we didn't have before. So it's really beautiful to think, to look at this, know your song, which was the house finch, which was also which were, an animal that flies in the sky with their wings, as well as the butterfly. And then the sea turtle, I can't help but think, because of their fins, just are making me think about, how they are birds in the water with how they move through the water. I'm trying to think trying to just look at this as a whole message for the week for us. I want to find the sea turtle again so I can just reflect upon that. Now, of course, when I try to find it, I'm not going to find it. But it was definitely meant to be that we came across. Here we go, sea turtle. Yeah, this really stands out for me. But what if you allow these emotions to surface? Because I talk about this a lot in my readings, that, we have to feel into all our emotions. And, I did an interview this week, which I'll share a link below to, with Karen Swain. She's from Australia. And there was a part in the conversation, and I'm trying to think now, where I was sharing something that was very emotional to me. And our first instinct is to say, well, that's done and past and, whatever. But you have to feel your way through all of those things that were painful in order to come to a new place in your life. You can't just, slap on a happy face. You've got to feel all that in order to come back to your true happy nature. So I like the fact that we're going to go through this as a whole reading now for the week. So know your song is about releasing those things that you've carried that have been a burden, and it's time now for you to release those and to allow all those emotions to come to the surface, digest your past, and transform so you can experience more freedom. That is the general reading for the week of February 21st. I don't know why I can't keep remembering what week we're going to be moving into, so that I had to keep looking at my calendar. But at any rate, that is the beautiful message for the week. And I just have to point this out because this is like totally standing out to me now. Look at the colors. We've got the like the reds, burgundies, browns, and the same here. Let me see if I can put this, all together. Beautiful. So, you know, brown to me feels very grounding. And orange is enlightening, you know, enlightenment, feels lighter in spirit. So as we must stay grounded as we do this inner work in order to experience that transformation. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I will see you again next week. Let's keep praying for the turtles, okay? All right, take good care. Bye-bye.